Hi everyone, so we're back again working on our color chart. Last time you were here, we painted the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and we did a tint of each of those colors and a shade using our tempera paint that we got in our take-home kit, along with having a bowl of water, paintbrushes, paper towel, and of course you need that wax paper. So today we're going to be making the secondary colors, orange, green, and violet. And as you can see in your tempera paint kit, we don't have those colors. So as you know, we can make them though. So how do you make orange? Red and yellow. How do you make green? Blue and yellow. How do you make violet? The primary colors, blue and red, mixed together. So first you have to make that secondary color in order to make that color chart work. So once you make the colors, then of course you're going to make the tint and shade. So how do we do that? Well, just like we kind of did before, you're going to use that wax paper, and I'm going to put a couple of dots of red, let's say, and a couple of dots of yellow. This is if I'm going to make the secondary color orange. Then I could take my paintbrush, and remember the paint rule, the darker always goes into the lighter. So I'm going to start with a little bit of red, mix it in with that yellow. I don't want to put too much red, I don't want to make it too dark. If I make it too dark, then I need to start over again. But this looks like the perfect amount of orange. Make sure you mix your paintbrush back and forth, and then I'm going to take it and paint my square that says orange, orange. I go right over the name, and just like we said in the last video, you want to hold your paintbrush like a pencil where the ferrule and the handle come together. And I always want to paint with brush strokes, either up and down or side to side, trying to stay in the lines as neatly as I can. Once I make my secondary color, now I have to make tints and shades of that. So that's where I need the white and the black. So once again, I'm going to put a scoop of white. I don't need a lot, it goes a long way, and a scoop of black. I'll take my paintbrush, and I really want to clean it first. I might have too much orange on there, and I might make my tint too dark. So wipe it off, and of course the paint rule, darker into the lighter. So I'm going to take that orange, put it into the white, and mix it around. And what I should be making is a light orange. Some people might even call this peach. Take that, and of course I paint that tint, the light orange, the box above the orange. When I'm ready to do the shade of orange, just like we practice good painting technique in our last video, again, we have to clean off that brush. We don't want any white paint going into our shade of orange. So wipe it off real well. Now I'm going to take that little bit of black and put it into the orange. Remember, darker into the lighter. Remember, black is really strong. It goes a long way. And here we are changing the color. And you might say, oh, look at that, it looks brown. Yes, that's actually what happens to orange when you put black in it. It almost looks like a version of brown. And like we talked about in our last video about the yellow looking like a green and maybe not being so pretty, remember, there's no such thing as a not pretty color. All colors can be used for something in our artwork, especially when we're doing things with nature. Some of these colors are just perfect. Like this could be a perfect brown for a tree or a leaf in fall. And that's what you're going to keep doing with your piece of wax paper. You're going to do the same thing for green. You're going to make green first, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue, and then the same thing with violet, a little bit of red, a little bit of blue, and then you can do your tints and shades. Once you're done, you'll fill out the bottom of your sheet. What's the definition of color, hue, value, tint, shade, and monochromatic? All of these things can be found on your color guide. The sheet we went over the first day we started talking about color theory. Everything is there. No trick questions, I promise. Have fun mixing colors.